Hi guys, I have another skincare reaction video for you today, and it is Zara Larsson. If you guys don't know who she is a Swedish pop star. I enjoy a lot of her music, and I really don't know a lot about her except that I think she's young. I think she's like around 22, 23, and I'm really curious to see what it is that she's doing with her skin. So let's get started.
I try out things and see what works or not. And yeah, let me know if I'm doing it wrong in the comments. I have super oily skin, and whenever I put on makeup, it just eats it right off. So I always need to like powder so much, like bake everything, setting spray, just for it to not just melt away. So my first...
I want to point out something. This has nothing to do with skincare, but this is like the weirdness with lighting. If you watch, there's this window that's right next to her, and I know that they seem to like, they try to block it slightly, but still get that light, so they're like filtering the light, but it's so bright on her right side that it looks like she's not wearing eyeliner on her right side, and it's one of those funny things. This is what lighting can do to you guys, so I want to point that out. It's very interesting to see that happening in this video.
First step after a long day is obviously to wash my hands first, especially because I have long nails. Preferably, like at home, I would have a little brush for under my nails, and you kind of forget that because, I don't know, they just look nice, but I promise you there's a lot of stuff underneath that you don't want in your face. I always change my routine.
That's interesting. So first off, she washed her hands, which I know a lot of you guys are always like, they never wash their hands. She washes her hands, and apparently she's got to think about the gunk under her nails too. So, and you know, I think she's right about the gunk under your nails, and I'll tell you why. I have a little toddler, and he definitely gets more gunk in under his nails than most of us, but I wash his hands constantly, and then I'll turn his fingers around and he still has a lot of gunk in there. So it's just something to keep in mind. It's definitely a good point.
Like every month, because I'm obsessed with buying skincare, so whatever excuse for me to buy new skincare, I'll take it. This month I'm into Malin & Goats, and I love this cleansing oil so much. So you just do 2 little pumps, and then you rub it in your hands and just smack it on your face, and it feels amazing. It's just, oh gosh, it feels so good. And just rub it on my eyes just to get all the mascara off. And then what I do, a makeup wipe, or I take like a towel, and first I just wipe it off dry, because even though this is amazing and melts off when you apply water, I still feel like this just makes everything come off really easy, and then you just reapply it, and then I take some water on it. Got the worst off, bam.
Okay, wait. What? At first I was like, dang, she's going in with the oil cleanser. I love it. I haven't tried this one, but I'm still just pumped that she's using an oil cleanser. She's young. So I was like really pumped to see that she had a cleansing oil. And then, well, first off, she was really rough putting it on. Don't smack it on your face. I know she was probably just saying that, but like, then she actually started being a little bit rough on her, especially in the eyes and stuff. The whole point of the cleansing oil is to gently remove your makeup, right? But then, she said she removes it either with makeup wipes, which we didn't see, but she still said it. She said makeup wipes, or she just takes it off dry with that towel. And honestly, you guys, that just makes me want to go like, smack the forehead. You know, it's defeating the entire purpose of using that cleansing oil. You can use a wash towel, preferably something softer, maybe a microfiber towel, but I would absolutely wet it so it's a little softer, and it's gonna help remove that oil. Instead, she started rubbing the hell out of her face, and her, I'm looking at like under her cheeks, her eye is so super red. I'm assuming, again, that light is coming in, so it's really bright, and you can't see how red the other eye is too, but her left eye from this point of view is so red. That defeated the entire purpose, and she said she's gonna go in with it again. I don't know the reasoning for this, but I'm gonna let her go. I'm freaking out a little bit inside that she would do that, because it's being so rough with her skin when it's not supposed to be that way at all. It's the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing with your cleansing oil. It's supposed to be gentle.
Do it one more time. I actually got into an oil cleanser or an oil-based cleanser when I was working with Clinique. which was about 2.5 years ago maybe. I did a commercial for them, and then they gifted me like a lot of stuff after that. And one of the stuff was a cleansing oil. All right. So now everything is basically off, but we are not done, my friends. Oh, and I am so pale. I haven't seen Mr. Sun in about probably...
One, you don't need to use the oil cleanser twice. I actually don't recommend to people to use the oil cleanser twice, and that's because then you've got the oil on your skin still, and it's probably fine. It's usually a good oil cleanser is not gonna sit on your skin. That's why I don't like coconut oil as your oil cleanser. Even though it might remove the makeup, it still leaves a film on your skin, whereas oil cleansers usually don't. But that's why I also prefer oil cleansers to be your first cleanse, and then I like the ones that emulsify. This one looks like it was emulsifying on her. We don't get a chance to see how it really does. And it seems like all the makeup's off her face, but her skin is so red. It's definitely angry right now. I know she's got lighter skin, so you can see that a lot more, but it means her skin is a little bit more sensitive too.
2 years, like I've actively stayed out of the sun because I heard it isn't good for you, but I don't know, maybe I should get back in for like 1 second with 50 SPF on me. But I also have some hyperpigmentations. I used to have really bad skin. I'm breaking out a tiny bit, getting on my period and stuff, so that's just life. Also, me going to sleep at 5 a.m. every night. Moving on.
That's a good idea. If you have really light skin, definitely avoid the sun or wear your SPF 50. That's not a bad idea, at least SPF 30 or above. But going to bed at 5 a.m., you guys, that can do a number on you. And I know she's probably living life, having a good time. I like that she's being honest with us. But again, all of that catches up to you over time. So just keep it in mind. I'm not saying to not live your life, just keep it in mind. The more you know, right?
To the Micellar Water, and this is cute because this is like a tiny packaging. I love everything tiny, and it's nice to travel with. Bioderma, I think I bought it in Paris after seeing literally every makeup artist use this one. So yeah, I would just kind of wipe it all over my face just to get all the impurities off. Sometimes I'm bad and I fall asleep with my makeup on, and I know what happens when I do that. Like, I wake up and I break up. I don't know, you really, really shouldn't. Like, it affects me. I have some friends that they always go to bed with makeup on, and they have flawless skin, so I hate all of you. Next.
We all have those friends, right, that do the worst things to their skin and still have beautiful skin. Trust me, you guys, it will catch up to them someday. Just trust me. Maybe not breakouts or anything like that, but just trust me. Just trust. You need to take care of your skin. Even if it seems like your friends that are doing nothing to their skin or even being bad to their skin, like wearing their makeup at night when they go to bed, it does catch up to you. So the thing I'm gonna point out to her, basically the two types of cleansers I would say are your first cleanse. She's not using them in the right way, I suppose. Like if she's gonna use the micellar water, I would say use the micellar water before your oil cleanser, or use the oil cleanser, then if you wanna finish off a little bit more with some micellar water and then go in with your final cleanse, which would be a true cleanser, like a gel or some kind of a foamy cleanser, as long as it's gentle. But she, in fact, went in with like 2 of the first cleansers. You know what I mean? So it's like, these are the things you don't want to leave on your skin. You don't want to leave micellar water on your skin either, because you wouldn't leave cleanser just sitting on your skin. That's kind of the way I like to explain it with micellar water. I like it to be a first cleanse and at least rinsed off, because it's a cleanser at the end of the day. So you don't leave cleanser on your skin. You don't want it sitting there. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's not, it's not doing your skin any justice by leaving cleanser on it.
Step, it's this toner from Darfine. It's with chamomile, so it's calming. And it smells absolutely wonderful. It smells almost a bit like bananas, but it feels really, really good. It's for sensitive skin, which is why not. I don't have sensitive skin actually at all. I can basically put whatever on my skin and it's like, okay. But
wait, she says she doesn't have sensitive skin, you guys. I mean, maybe she doesn't have sensitive skin, but she's definitely irritating her skin right now. And it tells me that she doesn't really pay attention to what she's doing as far as like irritation to her skin.
It feels really good and calming to have this on after I've had taken the micellar water, just to be double sure that everything's off and that your skin's clear. Next up is the Sunday.
So you guys know I like toners. I don't like the way she's using the toner because it's not supposed to be used that way in the sense of like, it seems like she's almost using it to cleanse her skin another time. And it's probably because she felt like she has a layer from the oil cleanser and then going in with the micellar water. It's gonna leave some film on your skin. This is supposed to just calm your skin and maybe help it stay a little bit more damp for your next products, balance your pH. That's kind of what it does. It probably just smells really nice, to be completely honest. It's like an overpriced toner, truly. You don't really need this. I don't think it does anything for her skin, truly, and not in the way that she's using it. I don't want her to continue being so rough with her skin. She's got this beautiful baby porcelain skin, but we're seeing it turn really red and irritated and mad. What I would have liked to have seen her do is maybe put it in her hands and just pat it into her skin. That might have made it more gentle. I'd like to see her use something a little more hydrating, to be honest, or just not use that product at all. Don't even use the toner. I don't think she needs it, but we'll talk about that at the end, what her skincare routine should be.
Riley's UFO Ultra Clarifying Face Oil. This is one of my absolute favorites. It's really suitable for me because I definitely have blemish and blackhead prone skin since it's very, very oily. So I put this on. Also, this has 1.5 salicylic acid, which I love. We love the acids. Then you take it, just a few drops, and yeah, I just wipe it all over my face. If you have good skin and you only have a few breakouts, you can always take that and like dip it on just the areas where you need it, but I feel like it's my whole skin, so I'm just gonna take it all over my face. And then preferably, I would like this to sit for a few minutes before I put anything else on. It's been with me for a long, long time. I think one of my dancers told me about it, and I tried it, and I was like, wow. Now my skin's actually super okay, but it used to be really, really bad at one point, and that's when I got on that, and it kind of just cleared it up. I don't know. What I will be mostly concerned about having oily skin is to not dry it out. Because a lot of people are like, oh no, I have oily skin. I need to like wipe all the oils off and I can't have any oils on my face or any like moisturizer because then I'll get oily. And now it's time to move.
All right, so she knows a lot about skin. She has definitely listened to advice, and you can tell she's really interested in being good with her skin. She's got this beautiful face, and she knows that she's not supposed to like overdo it with the active ingredients and go crazy and be harsh on her skin and stuff. Definitely being a little harsh on your skin, Zara. So stop being harsh on your skin in the beginning, and you'll see an improvement in your skin. But she knows, you guys, Zara seems to know, and she's listening to advice, and I think she really truly cares about her skin, I will say that. As far as applying the UFO oil, it's a Sunday Riley product that I haven't been that interested in. I don't love oils, and normally I would say use a treatment oil closest to your skin, so she's totally using it fine even if she is gonna go in with a moisturizer. But looking at the ingredients and stuff, there's a lot of ingredients in it. There are a lot of different oils in this oil. And I almost wonder if it might be better as a oil that you put on top of your moisturizer, because I don't think it's gonna be very strong as far as salicylic acid goes, even though it says 1.5% and all that stuff. In the grand scheme of things, it's like, what the heck does that even mean? I think that's more marketing because we're not formulators, so we don't really know what 1.5% salicylic acid within all of these ingredients is really doing to your skin. It might just be a very gentle exfoliation and not actually help that much with acne. So I wouldn't even say to spot treat with that one because it's not meant to be a spot treatment. But let's see what the rest of her skincare routine is.
Move on to the moisturizer, which also doubles, funny enough, as a makeup primer. But I actually love this one. Also used by a lot of makeup artists that I've seen. This one is also very hydrating. Even though it doesn't feel light, it's like when you put it on, because it's like also a primer, it does kind of like help the skin not produce too much oil, but at the same time hydrates it. So I'm just gonna, and it smells delish. It smells wonderful. As I said, I try out things and see what works and not. And yeah, let me know if I'm doing it wrong in the comments. I do get facials when...
So the Embryolisse, I actually love that moisturizer. It's one of those like oldie but goodie kind of moisturizers. The first person that ever introduced that to me was a makeup artist years ago, and it really does, it's nice and thick, but it feels good on your skin. It doesn't make your skin feel like there's just this heavy layer on it. I've never thought to use it as a nighttime moisturizer, not for any reason, mostly because I just associate it with being like the right moisturizer for before makeup. I do wonder though, I also want to feel, I wish I could feel that Sunday Riley UFO oil and see how it would feel before you actually put your moisturizer on. It seems like it's totally fine. I'm sure it's probably fine in this case. The Embryolisse moisturizer is really nice and occlusive. And again, I always put my treatments, my actives, closer to my skin. So if she's treating the salicylic acid as her active in this routine, then that would make sense for her to put it there versus putting it after the moisturizer. So as far as the order goes, that was actually totally fine.
When I break out, really you should get on it, because even though I love laser, I love laser, and it's basically the only thing that works on me. But now lately, my skin's been like, all right, I'm gonna be okay to you, I'm gonna be good to you. But laser, just like everything else that you put on your skin or take orally, like medications or antibiotics to clear up your skin, what really makes the difference is how you feel from within, like what you eat, and if you take care of yourself. Like, I haven't slept since last year, I feel like, but sleep, if you eat good, and if you're not stressed, you know, all that. So all the facials are just a tip of the iceberg, but it definitely helps to clear it up. So that was my night routine of 5 steps. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and have a good night.
I mean, she is absolutely adorable. And I want her to take care of her skin. Zara, if you're listening, I want you to take care of your skin. So I love knowing that she goes and gets facials. That probably helps her a lot. I wish we would know what kind of lasers she does. I would caution you on using the lasers to treat your skin, depending on what they are. If you have any kind of color to your skin tone at all, or even undertones, like I wouldn't say I have darker skin tone. I do have undertones to my skin that can produce that melanin in your skin, make it overreact, and then cause the hyperpigmentation on your skin. And lasers can sometimes make that worse if you're not careful. So you have to definitely go to the right person to treat your skin when you're doing laser treatments. But if you're someone like Zara, who has really light skin, then you are the ultimate candidate for some kind of a laser treatment. So it's interesting to know that she does that. I wish we knew which lasers that she was doing and how often she was getting her facials and stuff. Because I always point out, you guys, these are the things that are happening in the background with celebrities besides their skincare routine. This is what they're doing to actually get that nice skin and stuff, as they're seeing professionals as well. And I feel like the combination of these skincare with the professionals is what really makes them so much better, right? It makes their skin that much better. And I always want you guys to know that, because it helps give you some perspective also about how you should be approaching your skincare too. And to not compare yourself if you can't go and get a facial every single month or get laser treatments all the time either. As far as Zara's skincare routine, I love that she uses the cleansing oil. I want her to still use that cleansing oil as her first cleanse, but I would love for her to be a little bit more gentle when she applies it. You can just kind of gently rub your eyes. It shouldn't be something rough and that you want to get through fast. And then loosen up all of that makeup, add some water to your fingers, emulsify it a little bit, and then, you know, rub it a little bit more, very gently, Zara, and then rinse it off. And I would actually just kick the micellar water, or if she feels like she still has a little bit more eye makeup on or something that needs to come off, or maybe sometimes around the hairline, sometimes that's where I need a little bit of micellar water, then maybe do it right after your oil cleanse, and then go in with a very gentle gel cleanser. There are so many different gel cleansers. I've talked about this before. So put a gel cleanser there as the second cleanse. And then I would just get rid of that toner that she has. I don't think she really needs it. I mean, you can, and she can. But I would actually tell her to just put it in her hands, pat it onto her skin so that she's just getting the calming effects and not actually wiping it on her skin, because Zara happens to be a little bit heavy-handed and she's wiping really hard. And why do that, especially after that entire routine of being a little too rough with her skin, especially with the dry towel. So I would definitely either get rid of it or just apply it to her skin with her hands and pat it into her skin. And then I would follow up with, I think I actually would keep the UFO where it is and then put the moisturizer on. The only thing I would say for her is to make sure that she's exfoliating a little bit more, maybe in her morning routine. Just because I feel like when you're using treatment oils, any kind of oil really, I feel like you have to exfoliate your skin a little bit more because it kind of traps everything on. It's not really letting your skin turnover, in my opinion. And I've talked to a lot of estheticians about this, and they agree about these oils. And sometimes that's what I feel like when I'm talking to estheticians and stuff. They just hate oils, a lot of them, unless they're using it for something like massage or something. So that's just something to keep in mind. I think that she should be exfoliating a little bit more, and I hope she does that in her morning routine, and then maybe throws on that SPF 50. And I hope she's wearing the SPF 50 even when she's not going out in the sun for very long. Maybe it's not even SPF 50, but I hope she's wearing her sunscreen and not just on days when she's like really spending time out in the sun, like a beach day and stuff. I think it should actually be a daily thing that you do, especially if you're using anything that has some salicylic acid in it. So that's just something to keep in mind. She's got a beautiful face, beautiful skin, obviously a beautiful voice. I'd like to see her just be a little bit more gentle, and maybe get some sleep, Zara. Get some sleep. That is the number one thing. If I could sleep so much more right now, I would, because that is definitely the thing that will make you look so much brighter and healthier, and your skin just look and feel so much better. I'm not gonna add a lot more stuff to her routine just because she seems like she wants a simple routine. So we're gonna keep it that way, keep it very simple. It's more about just being gentle and having the right cleansing happening and using your cleansers the right way. That's what I would say is the most important thing for her routine. Thank you guys so much for watching this skincare reaction video. Tell me in the comments below who you want to see next, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.